Sit right back.
Yes.
Come on in. Put that long day. Good times lie ahead. With company worth keeping. That'll bash a smile in your head. Come on in. The door's open. You'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair. Grab a drink. And let our stories your ear. Cause we're talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk the tavern. Promising beer and bed love. The talk the tavern.
No, I like to pour it during that part of the song where it says flip a chair.
Because it sounds like tea.
Only when I pour it slow. You're talking over the intro music.
What?
Hey, and welcome to Talk of the Tavern Holiday Edition here on this beautiful, wonderful, sunny
Hanukkah.
December 23rd. It is the second day of Hanukkah, isn't it?
Hmm?
L'chaim. That's why we don't let her drink. Hey, Gary. How are you, buddy?
Hi, Gary.
What up, Gary?
Gary, I sent you a text message. Then I sent you an email.
I dropped
Anyhow.
my needle. I guess I'm done.
I'm Travis. I'm the host for anybody who doesn't know.
You the man.
And the cats now have the sewing needles. Let's do a quick round of intros here, and then we'll do a toast. Andrea, you seem like you need attention. Why don't we start with you?
Hi. I have tea in a Batman glass. And I got my needle back.
Not heroin, guys. Not heroin.
Well, it might be.
Later. Chris?
Hi,
What's your vice?
Chris. I have nothing to drink.
What the
Shane.
hell, Chris?
Shane.
I know.
Shane.
Well, I mean, I guess I can drink straight out of the bottle. There's a
There you
little
go.
bit left in there.
Would you please say R before every time you do?
Arr. It is a very high radical bottle.
It is. It is. And you can hold it over the back of your arm like they do. Arr. You know what I'm talking about with the moonshine?
He's gonna
No?
make it, like, dump all over him.
Durr.
He's a special pirate.
The special part, yeah. And Ed.
Hello. Oh. Pinot.
Yeah, it is.
Peanut Noir. Okay, what do I have? I have Jameson's Caskmate Stout, which, by the way, if you like Irish whiskeys, this is a very mellow, full-flavored, one of the few whiskeys where I like to use the word really just delicious. It is full and rich, and I loves it very
Of course
much.
it's stout. Of course it's full.
Yeah. Well, it's only aged in stout barrels, but it kind of gives it that slightly smoky, chocolatey...
It's good. I like it a lot better than the regular Jameson.
Yeah, definitely. So, here, we're going to do this two ways just because I like to use this feature. Let's pull up a quote. There cannot be a crisis next week. My schedule is already full. That goes well for the holidays.
Here.
Henry Kissinger, here's to that.
Mm-hmm.
And you could have just raised a bottle. I think we've had plenty of crisis the past couple months between everybody's lives here and there.
Ugh.
I think we're about done with that. And who all do we have hanging out in chat? I know I saw
We
Gary.
have Gary.
Gary and us. Good enough. Party's on.
Good enough. What up, Gary?
So,
Here it
Gary,
is.
did you... Whiskey, full flavor. Are you sure? Yeah. Hey, Chris, thank you for your bits. We love to see your little teeny bits. And your big, huge ones, too. Either way, we're good.
That's all I get.
Don't forget that if you guys throw 300 bits, a couple people get emotes. So, there's that. Gary, did you get the email I sent you earlier today? Or do you have a new email address that I need to know about? That was my question for you, my friend. Other than that, yeah, we're going to hang out for an hour or two. See, I don't have the other arm, Chris. I only have like one arm.
Well, that sucks.
Okay, Gary, cool. I don't know, should we do a recap of what's gone on? Chris, what's gone on in your life since middle of October when we last did a talk of the tavern.
I've been running a show for the majority of that time. And it has become the third best-selling show in Roundhouse history, so
Yay!
go us.
Is Roundhouse the name of your theater?
It is.
Okay, just making sure it wasn't like Chuck Norris Kick-a-thon or something.
That'd be so cool.
So, what is the name of the show?
The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime.
That's a really long title, sir.
Yes, it's why we've just been referring to it as Curious.
Oh, I guess that's better than my thought of bitches be tripping. Well, thank you, Ed. Look, I got an emote. It's...
Keltube Shear.
Me too.
That's 300.
Let's thank Ed by pressing that button so it automatically tells us.
Yeah, it shows you which one.
Oh, you got like the Baby New
What
Year.
the fuck was that?
It's a Baby New
I
Year.
did get the
That's weird.
haha baby.
I got a reindeer.
That doesn't look like a reindeer.
The fun part here is when I use... Hold on, I'm looking for their holiday emotes. Yeah, I can do this, but I don't have the second arm,
So it's just like, meh.
so it turns into like this chorus line as I do all the things.
Well, that's scary as hell.
My favorite is the ginger cat. Have you seen the ginger cat?
It's cute.
No.
We have a couple of ginger cats in the house.
We do. Oh, and I got a ha-ha cat where he's stealing a biscuit.
Oh, a biscuit.
See? I did all the arms, and it's like a chorus line where I just like have a hand on the shoulder of the guy to the right.
Oh, I thought they were breakdancing. Yeah.
They
It
are.
could be. They're just, yeah. The electric boogaloo there.
What?
I got some finger.
What?
The first one is haha think.
Oh. I got Santa Claus in the Bob Ross pose where he's... Of course, my Santa looks a little...
Deranged.
Is that the Santa that you work with? That one guy? That's the same eyes there.
No, he was great though. I'm like, stop smiling. It makes you look menacing.
So what about you, Andrea? Since October, since pre-Halloween, anything exciting
I was an elf.
with the camera? She's the real-life version of Elf on the Shelf.
No, we had an elf on the shelf. No, but after work one day, I went and I still had my elf ears on, and I went into Walmart, and these little kids were like, "Oh my god, it's a troll!" And the parents were like, "Shh, quit saying that." And one went around, "No, it's an elf," and the parents are laughing and telling the kids to be quiet. I thought it was hilarious. I walked around the corner. I'm like, "Have you seen Santa?" That's funny. That was a highlight of my day. I think they peed a little. What?
They're children. They probably peed a lot at some point.
Whatever. It was the cat litter aisle, so it was alright.
Easy cleanup. So what about you, Ed? 3 months worth of catching up. Go.
Yeah, 3 months worth of working my ass off, and I've spent the last month catching up on everything Star Wars, so I am prepared.
Have you seen the new one? The new movie?
We're going next Sunday.
We're probably going to go on Christmas Day. That's what we're thinking. Probably.
Star Wars and cats.
Yeah, we might see cats
The
because
things
I
nightmares
wanna.
are made of.
So I hear.
I'm curious. I am curious.
If it's really that bad, I have to see it on the big screen.
True story. Yeah. I mean, come on. It's Rebel Wilson, but she's a furry. And Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, they're all cats.
And David Letterman. And John Travolta.
Are they really in that?
No. But
Oh.
shh.
They might be furries.
It sounded good.
And Judi Dench.
Yes.
And like, there's a lot of people in this movie. It's just like random cat cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually, when I first saw Cats years ago, and not on a stage, but on a, I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was a cohesive story, much to my dismay to find out it's not. And I was highly disappointed. For somebody that loves musicals, loves stage, and loves
does.
cats, this was a big disappointment. For something that was this huge Broadway sensation through the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, I was. So with this one, when I saw it, I'm like, well, I'm expecting it to be disjointed this time. And then I saw the cast, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fucking see this anyway. And Idris Elba.
Well, what is it? I've never seen Cats. I've just heard of it.
Okay. T.S.
What-
Eliot is a poet. This is a collection of his poems sang or recited by cats. Now, it looks like they gave it a loose plot thread of basically it's a competition to be like the next Alley King of Cats or some shit,
Oh.
from the little bit I've seen. But I don't.
I don't know. I've heard that this one is far more disjointed and separate and off the walls weird than the original stage version. So
Really.
That's okay. Look
Yeah.
who's in it. I would not expect anything less.
Maybe I should go in there thinking of it. This is a bunch of YouTube cat videos. That's how I should do it.
That would be a great musical.
Yeah, if they gave you like a 15-second commercial between each scene and put the YouTube symbol in the bottom, people would fucking rave over this shit. They'd be like, "What channel is this? I need this." Yeah, that was
All
great.
right, that could be our next project.
Get the DVD and just chop it up. That's a good idea. It's not a bad idea. Then we do commercials for like Chris's Theater and Talk of the Tavern between each scene. Having a not so fresh day. Don't put tuna in your VJJ.
No.
Wow, that's
I know. It's good advice, isn't it?
No.
wonderful advice.
It's what I used to tell my mother.
Oh my god.
our
Where's
next
our
show
audience?
is Spring Awakening, so if you want that happy-go-lucky musical of turn-of-the-century teenagers discovering sex and then finding out that it's not all that and killing themselves, then come see our next show.
Which century?
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Not the 19th one.
So 1800s to 1900s?
Correct.
Okay.
Wow. Is there zombies?
No, because it's 100 years
No?
before they had cell phones. So anyhow, let's see. In the past 3 months, what did I have go on? Dressed up for work, got a different position at work, but it was seasonal. Went back to my regular job. Jumped into problem solve, so I'm essentially doing something I enjoy. It's like a little mystery. Every item you get, it's like solving a puzzle and tracking down a
Smell
mystery.
this. Where is it from?
That's right. It's a new game show. Do you recognize this smell?
Ew.
I do returns of clothing, so. There was one thing I pulled out today to check it out, and yeah, as soon as I looked at it, I folded it back up, put it back in the bag, and moved it away from my face, because, wow. That was, Well, I grew up near the swamps of Florida. This had a homey smell to it.
Oh.
You know, rotting,
All right,
fetid
then.
vegetation. Smells like grandma. Dev Null,
What
how
up,
are
Dev
you?
Null?
Here's to you, Dev.
Bob Ross.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Look, I got we get the Bob Ross. I got the Santa Ross right here, bitches.
That is like a creepy Santa, though.
It is, isn't it?
What's the thing nightmares are made of?
It is, isn't it? Hold on, I gotta find the Bob Ross one. Where is it?
I wonder what he's painting right now.
Talking Bob.
What he's what?
What he's painting
Oh.
on the Bob Ross channel.
Oh, there's like 2 Bob Rosses: Pixel Bob and regular Bob.
Oh. Well.
There you go. Gary is actually back in Florida now.
Oh.
Message for you, sir.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. I'm bad. I'm mad. I'm black. Something.
No, Dev Null's talking to you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, don't scare the other black
I'm
guy on
talking
the
about
show.
Don't tell him you're mad.
Well, you know.
Black.
We're representing.
I don't. I'm
Yeah.
white. I don't understand. But I've got privilege to make up for that shit.
Oh my god. Are you
Oh,
identifying
nigga,
as white
please.
today?
Hmm?
Are you identifying as white today?
I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah, Gary, Dev, just so you know, if people can choose what gender they are from moment to moment, day to day, I have decided I can choose what ethnic I am. I am ethnic fluid. So depending on the day, I can choose to identify as a different ethnic group, and it is not appropriating anybody's fucking culture.
Just their isness is that word. I can't see it.
Ethicness.
Yeah, that too.
Anyhow, so let's see here. I'm watching. Guys, if we have to suddenly reset the stream, hang out with us, bear with us. I'm watching our bandwidth fluctuate right now. So if it gets a little choppy, it's all Devnall's fault.
What?
He's the last one to show up. I figure we gotta blame it on somebody, right?
Yeah, blame it on the brother.
I'm not keeping him down. I'm giving him credit.
Oh my gosh.
You know, like the last 400 years of American history.
We didn't give him no credit then. That was double negative, by the way. Look at Devnall has a 10,000 bit cheer mote next to his name.
Oh yeah.
That is incredible.
It's a lot of bits.
That is. That man's got some big badass bits. Oh, but look at Ed with his 25,000 bit cheer mode. So anyhow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh no.
Impressive bits.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Did you want to have a conversation with Devnall? We'll all wait here.
I think my subscription renewed, so.
Did it renew? Yeah.
One there,
I think
yeah.
it renewed the other day.
Should
It's I was hoping. Who else was supposed to show up here tonight? I think Toei and Tempe.
be.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like kids nowadays don't appreciate the fact that we wouldn't even have a Christmas if Ernest hadn't saved it back in 1988. Kids don't know.
True story. See, there's Toei.
Toei.
Yeah,
Toei.
Toei renewed hers the other day. Yesterday? Yesterday, maybe. Here's to you, Toei. How are you?
Here.
The gang's all back together again. It's we should be doing the Talk of the Tavern every Mondays now. If anybody has any topics they want to hear us ramble on about, let us know. Devnall says having a... Go ahead, Ed.
Go ahead. No, you, please.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Devnall says, I was having a chat with a buddy the other day about movies. I suggest a remake of Blazing Saddles. However, the person of color, or people of color, wouldn't allow it. Dude, Dev, I have to disagree. It would
Say
be the
Blazing
white
Saddles.
man that would keep that shit down.
Blazing Saddles.
It's, yeah, Blazing Saddles. I don't think that needs remade anyway.
No, it's great as is.
No.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a classic. That's
Yeah.
one of those things you just... There's certain movies you do not need to remake. You just need to rewatch. But yeah,
Like The Princess Bride.
exactly. Yeah,
Did
precisely.
they remake
Yeah.
that?
No, they were talking about it though.
No,
They're
they
talking
were
about it.
starting talks about it, and the public outrage at it caused them to go, okay, we'll leave it alone.
For-
We're gonna go back over here now.
For 2 years, then they'll try again.
Well, you know.
Dev, I love that movie too. I showed it to my son purposely. Yeah. By the way, I want to say hello to Planiacs. Good to see you popping in. Planiacs has asked a question if anybody is so inclined. How many insects do you think you have killed accidentally just by walking? I'll tell you what, Planiacs, significantly less than I've killed on purpose. Yep.
Yep.
It's happened.
Yeah, because trust me, I avoid stepping on things that go crunch and wiggle under my feet. Always. I think Bill and Ted 3, Ghostbusters Afterlife will be great. Joey, I think, I've always said rebooting isn't usually the best idea. There's been a few exceptions where the reboot was good and they just had the technology to do it better. I think Punisher is a good example of that. The reboot of Punisher. Tempe, we've been
Hey,
hiding
what
in
up,
your
Tempe?
bushes, staring in your window. That's where we've been.
Which
Mm.
bushes?
It was nice.
It was warm and moist. But Bill and Ted 3 and Ghostbusters Afterlife, it's a continuation. It's 20, 30 years later, and that's how you do it. That's what you do. You don't need to reboot. And even if you can't get any of the cast, you still acknowledge that the other stuff is in your timeline. That's my whole opinion.
Oh,
Look at Chris gifting a sub over to Tempe. Thank you, Chris, and welcome, Tempe. And I got an emote. I got a ball. Now I've got...
3.
Hold on, let me check. Counting my balls. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that, man.
Yay!
Here goes Goblin. It's now you can play with all the emotes. And guys, don't forget, if you are bored, you can gamble here now by doing exclamation point slots and then a number afterwards, or exclamation point roulette and a number afterwards. There you go. There's
Space or no space?
Space. So you can also give people points if they don't have enough. Look, Chris lost. And one day I'll figure out how to compete with each other where you can like bet against each other. But that lets you keep you busy, in the spirit of the tavern, losing money, losing drinks. But Chris will sling drinks at people like nobody's business. Like that. See that? So yeah, I have seen the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife, and you know what made me really happy? I saw the trailer for The Free Guy. I think that's what it's called, with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay.
that trailer made me... Well, he like wakes up and realizes he's in a video game. And he picks up a pair of glasses, puts them on, and he sees, like, the healing kits. And Toei says it looks hilarious. He sees the healing kits and the weapons, because he lives in a video game level world, which means there's always bad things going on and people getting robbed or run over. But now he realizes he's in this world because he has these glasses. And yeah, basically lives in GTA, Grand Theft Auto, for anybody that doesn't know what that is. So, and that excited me more than the Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. And what was the other one? Bill and Ted 3. I have not seen a trailer for that. Is there a trailer out?
I don't think there's a trailer yet, but they have been posting pictures.
And I hear there's another
Randomly
Matrix
on
in the
their
works,
Twitters.
too.
Yes,
Yes.
it comes out the same day,
As Bill and Ted?
or in the next John Wick. One of the other things that Keanu does.
Oh,
it's
that's good.
Keanu versus Keanu
Hmm.
that day.
Thank you, Toei. I'll look forward to seeing the trailer. But, I think there is a big value in just a fun, entertaining movie like the original Ghostbusters, like Bill and Ted. The 80s movies, really. There is a value, and Netflix has picked that up a little bit with some of the stuff they're making, like Six Underground with Ryan Reynolds. That is just constant back-to-back action scenes with a touch of comedy.
What was it? I'm sorry.
Hold on, Andrea's having a moment.
I am. It won't stop. Oops.
Most annoying person in theater.
Excited for the new Downton movie? That's what that sounded like.
No, it's a Viking thing. Sorry.
What is Viking Ballet? What is that? I still waiting on Buckaroo Banzai Part 2. Oh, so I saw an article today and I showed it to Andrea, and it's like, astronaut so-and-so celebrates Hanukkah in space, and it has a picture of her feet with her Hanukkah socks on,
That's awesome.
and then the stars outside the port beyond her feet. And I showed it to Andrea,
I'm learning how to make that.
And she's like, okay. I'm like, but wait, we're Jews. Jews in space. If you all remember History of the World and the closing with the Jews.
Mel Brooks.
But apparently I did it to the tune of Men in Tights.
You did. It was great.
So, yeah, that has come to fruition. Well predicted, Mel
Well,
Brooks.
Because Hanukkah starts at sundown.
Right.
The sun doesn't go down when you're on the moon.
They're not on the moon.
In the space.
Yeah, it does if you go on the other side of the earth. Chris is a gambling fiend now. You gonna try roulette? It's bigger payoff from roulette. He just likes seeing the 3 pictures, seeing if they match.
Yeah, kind of.
What is that?
Slots. You can play slots in the tavern now.
Oh,
Slots
now
with
you
an O, not a U.
That's not as fun.
You're such a slot.
Oh my god.
Every slot has a slot. Or 2, or 3, or 4.
Depends on how much money you got.
That's true.
What? Wow. So, what are you doing for Christmas?
Oh, that's a fair question. What's everybody's holiday plans?
So
Christmas
who's-
and New Year's.
So, who celebrates Christmas and what are you doing? Or whatever you celebrate. What do you celebrate and what are you doing?
There we go.
That's to everybody.
While we're waiting for people to answer, let's ask a gambling addict.
I am going over to my best friend's house and spending Christmas Eve and Christmas with her and her mom. It'll be lovely.
That's not you, Andrea. You're not his
Because I
best
never
friend.
get to see her. What?
I was explaining it, breaking it to Andrea that
I know it's not me.
she's not your best friend.
I know.
It's great when you sit in the tavern. I'm going to be with my best friend, which is not any of you. Funk, all of you.
Screw you, Luigi!
Dev Nell says regular stuff, cooking, presents, and hopefully some sleep. No, Dev, I don't know if anybody else in your house is listening or watching over your shoulder right now, but what's the coolest thing you got somebody else this
Are you
year for
celebrating
Christmas?
Christmas?
100 rubber duckies.
You?
Wrapped
Really?
in a giant body condom.
That would be cool.
It's all fun and games.
No, I got her a, random assortment of 100 rubber duckies.
That is
Did you?
Because
awesome.
you can do that on Amazon.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you can.
Tempe says, driving out to see my parents for Christmas Eve and a quiet Christmas day at home. Tempe, I'll tell you the secret of what we're doing in a moment. And you may decide to leave the house. Probably won't, but you may. Sandy, how are you? Good to see you. Here's to your face, and thank you for the resub the other night. Sandy says, we lit candles for Hanukkah last night,
Yay!
but tomorrow my father-in-law and his wife and my sister-in-law and her boyfriend are coming for Christmas Eve dinner, and we're doing an escape room with everyone and the kids at 5:30. Let me ask you a couple questions, Sandy. First of all, is the escape room at your house in particular, and do the other people realize you're about to lock them in it? Never saw her family again. Very peaceful every year afterwards. Toei says, for Christmas, I'm singing Black Sabbath's War Pigs to the tune of Deck the Halls and vice versa. That's an internet joke going around.
Okay.
Okay. Sandy answered me in all seriousness because she has a lawyer background. She's like, the escape room is somewhere else, and it's aimed for ages 5+. They are aware.
Well, you know.
Okay.
So you're gonna put some 5-year-olds in there?
That's right. That's why you want to escape the damn room. It's fucking full of 5-year-olds. Toei says, my best Christmas gift so far was a recipe book called Necronominominum.
So eating dead stuff. Very nice.
Devnall says, I got the boy a Switch, which, by the way, for all the boomers, that's a video game system, not the
Not
thing you
from
make
the
a...
tree.
That's
Oh.
right.
Damn it!
Okay.
Go get your own Switch,
Damn.
boy. I was going to ask my wife to order me an Android sex doll on Amazon. Is that your present to her? Woman, where's my super suit? And get me an Amazon sex doll.
Why do you need to know?
Defnol is actually Frozone and Sam Jackson.
Oh my god! Okay, I forgot. All the stuff that's happened since our last thing, we have Sam Jackson on our Echoes. On our Amazon Dots.
Yeah. We paid 99 cents, and now we can ask Sam Jackson questions, and he will. I chose the explicit version.
Well, and I asked him for the weather the other day. He's like, "You too damn lazy to get it yourself." Well, the weather is. I'm like,
He
oh.
didn't say motherfucker?
And he's like, I don't know, probably. But then he's like, I'm like, thank you. He's like, my motherfucking pleasure. Yes, it is. Okay. That and Baby Yoda is my favorite.
We need a picture of Sam Jackson holding Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's when she passed out from orgasm. Ed, what about you for the holidays? What do you got?
We're just gonna be chilling at home by ourselves, smoking my meat.
Yeah, you are.
Are you making more bacon jam, if you know what I mean?
We're gonna we're trying to smoke our own cure and smoke our own ham.
Nice.
But I did not hear an answer to the bacon jam, sir.
I still have some. I didn't eat it all. I still have some.
I still haven't
I
gotten
brought
any.
some camping, but you guys didn't make it. So.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, well.
And I tell you what, once we saw the weather, we were not disappointed we did not make it.
No. Yeah, be glad you stayed home.
Yeah, cold and fucking rain.
It
Like
was
40
awful.
degrees and rain
Yep.
and mid-40s and rain. No, we were like, no,
That's okay.
we're
But
not.
we had fun.
That's what you said.
We ate a lot
And drank.
and drank a lot.
Nice. Did Elizabeth take selfies of herself peeing in the woods? Oh, Sandy, thank you so much. 4 months from Sandy from subs.
Yay!
Here's to Sandy's beautiful face.
Ooh, Sandy.
And Gary got the text. Thank you, sir. What were you saying, Ed?
No, she didn't take selfies of herself in the woods, but the tent fell on her.
What?
Yeah, the wind got up and like blew up over the easy up, and it crashed down on Elizabeth's tent. And it was like 6 a.m. in the morning, and she was laying there going, "Leave me alone! Don't wake me up!"
Oh.
I can't give you Sam Jackson, but I can give you The Rock holding Baby Yoda.
What?
Oh, yeah.
It's in chat.
And we got to go to pinkvila.com. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this article, The Rock calls himself Baby Yoda's father. Can't wait to introduce him to his little brother Kevin Hart. Oh.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, look at his little face. Oh my god.
You know how they actually did this? That is actually Kevin Hart, and they just CG'd over him.
Oh my god.
Because they're about the same size.
Oh, look at it. It's all naked and wrinkly.
Yeah, it says, thank you all so
Yoda.
much for your well wishes, love, and support. Can't wait to bring this little nugget home to meet his brother Kevin Hart.
Oh, that's so
Oh, here's
funny.
a split image. Hold on. I want to go to that website.
I am looking forward to the new Jumanji, by the way. Because I enjoyed. Oh, we got a dreidel. Gary got a dreidel. How appropriate
For
that
Hanukkah.
spring fans who celebrated Hanukkah, or is celebrating Hanukkah as the case may be, Gary got a dreidel.
I have a menorah in there, but I can't put candles in it because the cats will eat it.
When she says menorah in there, she means actually in the other room as opposed to,
No, in the, yeah.
I wonder if they have a menorah in the holiday selection here.
What about a Kanara, too?
A
For the people
Kanara?
that celebrate Kwanzaa. I have one of those in there.
It doesn't show you all of the different ones.
Oh, that's so sad.
Mhm.
Does anybody out there actually, does anybody watching or whatever celebrate Kwanzaa? I'd like to know.
Look at Toei. Toei being all bitter.
Look at
She's
that
a
cat.
Baby Yoda is just a hairless gremlin. I don't see the appeal. You know what? A shaved Mogwai is sexy, especially if you lube it.
You know what?
Hmm?
No. Who said that, Tempe?
Toei.
Toey. But Toey, oh my god, have you seen The Mandalorian? Just the craftsmanship on that Yoda. And the little hairs on his little head in the wind.
Does anybody know if that's a puppet or CG? And I'm guessing it's a mix of the two items.
Doesn't matter. That is talent.
A combination of the two.
They have done.
Is she talking about Baby Yoda or talking about me?
You are definitely not a hairless gremlin. As I have seen you buck naked.
Yeah.
You're mostly hairless gremlin. At least when you were slim and trim. Now that we're a little older, a little more rounder, maybe hairless mogwai. Toei says, I have no problem with Baby Yoda, which she spelled by. I'm just not excited about it like most folks.
It's so cute, it makes me want to punch something.
It's true, I have the marks to prove it.
It came on the screen, I'm like, oh my god. Just hitting them.
Okay, hold on, Sandy, let me check this out. We got a message from Sandy here.
Mm-hmm.
She Facebooked a picture of... See? Ain't she adorable?
Oh, I like the sweater. Does it light up?
Oh.
I think it does. Is that why there's only 3 on there now?
Yeah, do the candles light up?
Because the middle one's always lit, but the other... That's cool.
Wait a minute.
My
Toei's...
friend has that sweater.
Oh, yeah?
I want one. I want a Hanukkah dress, but I couldn't find one this year.
Toei says, I do love the video where Baby Yoda was replaced by a cat. That was art. We need the link, please.
I haven't seen that.
And by the way, Sandy says it's a flip sequence, so you can light them up each day. That's
oh
genius
my God,
right
that's
there.
Awesome.
No, that's just...
It's a big head.
Nice.
Got a good jawline. And clean skin. Good
I'm
job,
not
Sandy.
Jewish, but when my kid was little, we celebrated everything, and I taught him a little bit of each religion so he could choose when he's older.
Sweet, Toei.
So.
Toei's going to link up. Oh! What Andrea and I are doing for Christmas. Tempe, listen up in case you're bored. Do you want to tell them?
No, go ahead.
Every Christmas, Andrea and I get...
And John's going.
Okay, every Christmas, Andrea and I get dressed up in whatever era we feel like. We go to a Chinese buffet, generally the one in Newport News, is it? And then go see a movie afterwards. So it's very relaxed. We don't invite anybody along, but we tell people when and where we'll be there.
So
and if they could show up. We're not organizing and herding cats and all that shit. But we'll definitely tell people where we're at. And John will be joining us not tomorrow, Wednesday, whenever it is.
Yeah, he did last year too, just for the dinner though, not for the movies. But
No,
This is a cardinal sin of...
there we go.
uh-oh.
So Sandy says Chinese and movies is Jewish Christmas Day. You're correct, Sandy.
And that's what I tell everybody. I do a Jewish Christmas.
That's what I did every year of my life growing up. That's what we do now. Sandy, if you're out that way, I don't even know if you're in Virginia. I have not stalked you adequately to know these things. And Bo Godzilla, Eric, do me a favor, please. Post a link to your Amazon page or somewhere else. Bo Godzilla is Eric, and he writes lit RPG or gaming RPG lit. It's pretty damn decent. Yeah, I enjoyed his book pretty well. Down in Raleigh area. Local to Rich. Yeah, you're not close enough to pop over here. It'd be a 3-hour drive for you.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
Yay.
Chris is up to like 50 gift subs at this point.
36.
Thank you, Chris, and welcome, Eric.
Well, see, I wanted to go ever since, I was younger and I saw A Christmas Story. And the family's turkey got destroyed by the dog and they went to the Chinese restaurant for Christmas. And I'm like, when I grow up, that's what I'm going to do. So that's what I do.
There we go. Everybody can check out Eric's books right there. Tempe says, cool. I'll keep that in mind. We usually order takeout Japanese and annoy each other all day.
Where the hell do you get that at?
From the Japanese restaurant? You can't order them directly from the island anymore.
No, I didn't know where a Japanese... I want to go to a Japanese steakhouse and
Okay.
you've never been.
No.
Get in trouble then.
No, not since the wall went up. It's,
Which wall?
I don't know. Nobody knows. It's an invisible fence, really. They just put collars on all the immigrants that want
The
in.
cats jump over invisible fences.
It's cheaper that way. Eric says, such a shame. I hate that the island stopped delivering. So, yeah, that's our plan for Christmas Day. And anybody who's in the local area, we'll tell you where we're at. And you're welcome to show up. And we do goofy shit. Last year, we saw 2 movies. Because we went and saw
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. Enjoyed the hell out of it. And then when I walked out, everybody's in the bathroom. And I start talking to the guy. And he's like, oh. I'm like, how's Aquaman? Have you heard much about it? He's like, yeah, did you want to see it? I'm like, sure. Which theater is it? And he's like, oh, it's the one down at the end. I'm like, I'll go check it out. Thanks, dude. And then everybody walks out of the bathroom. So I'm like, come on, guys. And we all went down and saw a second movie for free. And the poor 17-year-old with his pimples and bad mustache was staring at me like, okay.
And it was alright.
It was. Aquaman was a fun movie, too. Tempe says, we have a fast food Japanese place in town which is really good food. That's awesome. I like it with a thin beef wrapped around the scallions. That's very good. Uh-oh.
That leaves me out.
What? Thin beef? Eric says, I've been
So
thinking...
Baby Yoda is a puppet. He has 4 operators, 1 for the eyes and ears, and 1 for the other facial expressions, and then 2 more to manipulate the rest of him, essentially.
Interesting. Eric, I need to know a little clarification on this. He says, I've been thinking of watching the new Star Wars because we just got a copy of it here at home. What?
The one that came out a couple days ago?
It's, yeah. Bootleg.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm just wondering if, like, the wife is in the Producers Guild, so we get screeners.
Oh, nice.
Not a boot, legit. If I had known with that, Eric, I would have slept with your wife sooner.
Yeah.
Just to
Oh,
see Star
I'll
Wars.
get in on that.
That's right.
Well, we'll probably see Star Wars and Cats, so...
Yeah, I think we're going to see Star Wars
Depends
and
on what
Cats
time,
someday.
because I do have to work the next
Keep on
day.
trying. Well, Eric, in that case, I'll sleep with you. What's it take? That's
Got
all.
it.
Well, I bet there'll be
Couple
good dinner
beers.
too. Screeners are cool. I have never seen what.
I don't know. I want to make that cake.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a fair answer. It's
I'm paying attention. I'm sorry.
so. Has anybody here?
Sure, as you talk about making cake.
You want to see it? I can hold it up.
It's called,
It's-
it's a vintage recipe. It's called Crown Jewel Jello Cake.
It's pink. Okay, I'm gonna hold it up to both cameras. First for our viewers. That's the cake Andrea wants to make. Give you guys a second to check that out. Now for you guys, let it focus in there.
I see.
Yeah.
It's Jello and mousse.
Oh, I do like mousse. So I'm curious, viewers or us here in the tavern, has anybody seen the new Star Wars, Cats, or what else is out like in the past 2 weeks that's good and awesome? And it's not a superhero flick out, is there?
I haven't really kept up with anything. So
How did we not get a December superhero flick?
We got Star Wars.
Yeah, well, it's Star Wars. So has anybody seen any of these big blockbusters coming out this month? I have not either.
You know what? Speaking of superheroes, you can buy...
Frozen 2 just came out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can get the Hulu subscription cards and the Netflix subscription cards, but not Disney Plus. I'm very upset about that.
Hello, Sarah. Good to see you.
Well,
What up, Sarah?
Speaking of superheroes and Star Wars, I wanted to get one of those cards for a coworker so they could see Mandalorian, so I have someone to talk to at work about it. And they don't sell those cards.
7 days free
Jumanji,
trial?
Knives Out.
Oh, yeah. Real quick, let me read some comments here. Toei says, never watch anything in the theater anymore. Eric says, maybe we're finally done with superheroes for a while. Of course, Sarah said hello, and
Yeah.
Eric also says, haven't seen a new movie since the kid was born. Then you should watch the damn screener, dude. Get a streaming service. What's wrong with you? Too busy writing and being productive and making money? I don't know what that shit's all about.
What up with that?
That's right.
Not in the movie. I like going to the movie theater. I like going to the drive-in.
Oh, yeah, we gotta...
We didn't do that this year, but
We did not.
now that there's a new vehicle, we can do that next year.
And I get you, Eric. Eric says too many books to write. He is very disciplined. He's my inspiration. I'm going to try to follow in his footsteps because the bottom line is, yeah, it helps if you actually, consistently publish.
So you're gonna follow in his footsteps, what, in the snow?
Maybe, as long as they're not yellow footsteps. Ooh, if you have Verizon Wireless, says Tempe, unlimited phone plan, you get a year of Disney Plus for free. And Eric says, I'm trying to set a record income year and I want a new car. Now, Eric, you told me what ballpark
Verizon?
you're in, what milestone you've hit with your income, and it sounds like you've already hit a record year, my friend. So, keep it going. Devnall says Verizon, yep, for free.
We don't have Verizon anymore because
No.
we switched to AT&T.
Because Verizon had very poor service in our
It
local
doesn't
area.
work in the house. We could not make a call in the house. You had to go down the street.
Ooh, it's not a record year for your wife and you combined, so that means she's quite the breadwinner. Good for both of you. Good for you guys. So, are you guys glad the Star Wars movies will be over with this one?
Are they over?
In theory, they're not making anymore. They will. They're just...
They'll just make stuff on the streaming thing instead
But
of.
not related to this any Skywalker character.
Right.
I have heard murmurs that they're doing an Old Republic movie,
I have
and
heard.
they've been trying to talk to Keanu about being in it.
Is what, like Darth Malgus? That'd be cool.
Keanu the cat.
Probably Revan, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Keanu the cat.
There you go. Devnall says different storylines would be cool, which I say that also. I think taking second tier, third tier characters, or characters you've never heard of, make a better Star Wars movie now than any character we have heard of, because of the expectation. Eric says, I've currently earned 100K more than I ever did on my own. And that's fucking awesome, dude.
Nice.
I assume everybody is as broke as I am, and I just love to hear when somebody I know, especially if I know them and like them, when they're doing well like that. It just, like, fairy tale story right there. And here's to you for busting your ass to make your money.
Here. Which Keanu? The cat?
Keanu Reeves, who did the voice of the
Keanu
cat,
Reeves.
they're not going to put a small kitten in the role of a Sith Lord. Though it might be appropriate, really, to be honest.
not?
Mm-hmm.
We've all woken up at 2 a.m. with that cat killing our toes.
If you have not seen the movie Keanu, you need to see it.
Come to the dark side. We have litter box cookies.
Ew.
Ew.
They're chewy.
Ew!
Just ask the dog.
Oh.
Dog. Instead of Darth Vader, it could be like dog shit breath. Canine terror.
Make him stop. Make him stop.
I'm trying to, but nobody's saying
What does
anything else.
that say?
Huh? Eric says might make the best Star Wars movie.
Yeah, with the cat.
Look at Chris.
And there goes Baby Shark. You want Baby Shark to leave? Because that's how you get him to leave.
Good to know. Mention litter boxes and dogs with poopy breath.
Mm-mm.
You know, on the top, they have now put who has gifted the most subs up top. And you gotta like scroll sideways to see the bits.
Right, because the gift sub thing is what they really are trying to push this month.
I bet you,
Oh, yeah.
I
It'll
bet
go
you in
away
time
when
they're
the
gonna,
thing's over.
I bet you within the next year they're gonna pull the free bit plan. And you'll just have ads without any free bits.
No.
He thought it was going to cut it drastically to like the cell phone rates of bits when you watch them or some shit.
Like 2.
Yeah.
Well,
Eric, I agree, and that's what I was saying. Where Eric says, I think they need to do some Star Wars movie stories away from the core group, like Rogue One. Rogue One was great because nobody
knew who the
had
fuck they were.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It was
Guardians.
fucking awesome.
It was like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, there was like the character of Saul Guerrera had been seen
Mhm.
before
Right.
in stories because he was in several episodes of the Clone Wars
as well as Rebels.
and Rebels.
And Rebels, yeah.
But he was never a primary character. It interlaced.
Right.
Just like in Rogue One, there was 2 instances of an appearance and a PA system announcement of 2 characters from Star Wars Rebels. You actually got to see the R5 unit rolling through
Chopper. Yeah.
rolling through one of the bays, and there was an announcement in one of the landing bays for the captain of the Ghost. What's her face?
And
the
you get
Twilight.
to see the ghost also when
That's
they're
true.
going in. Yeah.
Yeah, when they're shooting into hyperspace, Ghost was in there. Eric says, but it was still the core group. It was in the main line revolving around the initial series. There's a whole galaxy to explore. This is why The Mandalorian is so great, Eric, because it doesn't tie in directly. And I don't know, it was a sideline. You had cameos by some of the core group, but none of the characters that were featured were core characters. Want to see the Tyranids? Okay. Have a series based on that in Star Wars universe? See, that'd be okay. It'd be okay. Maybe we go back to Old Republic.
Get the Mandalorian Wars. Get a lot can happen with the Great Hyperspace War, the Sith War, the First Jedi War. Any of those from the Old Republic times would be great.
What? I can't see that far.
Eric says that is a great thing about The Mandalorian. It was about the Farkin Death Star. You could swear here, dude. Just so you know. And that makes it Coraline to you. Okay. I didn't like the movie Coraline either.
It was weird.
Me neither.
I didn't hate it. I just wasn't like,
Still haven't seen it.
really? A lot of people are very
So-
endeared to it.
I like the animation on it.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the art and the work that went into it. But it
The
just,
story itself is a bit weird.
yeah.
But it's Tim Burton.
Yeah, that right there frames everything.
Right. But it didn't have Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter in it. So weird.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Actually, I'd have to look that up. Maybe Helena did one of the voices.
Did Tim Burton do the new Pee-wee movie? I know he did the original Pee-wee movie.
I don't know, but I like the new one better than the originals.
It was Tim Burton.
Okay, Eric, I agree with this. Eric says, I don't want to see in the past. I want to see the future. I want to see how things are progressing. No matter what we see from the past, we know it goes to the Emperor in episodes 1 through 9. I want the galaxy past episode 9. I agree with him there. Quit giving me fucking flashbacks and prequels and calling it a movie. I don't care. I agree with him there.
Rogue One was fucking awesome.
It was. Rogue One was awesome. And Mandalorian, which takes place after Return of the Jedi and before The Force Awakens, I'm okay with that. Because it's not, as Rogue One, addressing the primary storyline.
Which one was Rogue One?
Where... I'll have to show it to you. It's
So the one we saw in the theater at midnight and I fell asleep?
probably.
Probably.
That's why I don't remember that one.
Okay, you know what? Hold on, I gotta address Eric directly for a moment. He says, I know I can swear. I'm trying to limit my swears in the series I'm writing at present because I tend to rely heavily on cursing. Eric, that was one of the things I actually genuinely enjoyed about your book. The main character would drop the F-bomb multiple times per chapter. It felt like my friends.
So you
Okay?
fucking appreciated that fucking
That's
shit.
right. Yeah. So keep in mind. I mean, I'm not saying don't limit your swearing. You do what you feel is best for the book.
You do you.
But I don't feel it took away from the book. I felt it brought a modern American male into the other world. It felt like that because of his language. And he also says, I'm not saying Rogue One isn't awesome. I'm pointing out where I want things to go. Yeah. Yeah. It's just like I think the new Ghostbusters, if the original Ghostbuster movies never existed, the new Ghostbuster movie would have been fine.
If they didn't cut so much out of it, I think
The
it would
one
have
with
been
the
better.
chicks.
What, Ed?
The one with the chicks.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it yet. I have it saved on Hulu, but I still haven't watched it yet.
It's
They cut a lot out. But
2 hours of entertainment.
If you watch the extended version or deleted scenes, you could see where, because I'm like, wait a minute, during the movie. And then because they cut out certain parts I don't think they should have cut out.
Yeah. Though I tell you what, it does. By the time I'm like an hour 20 in, I am dozing in it.
No, but Thor, what's his name?
He's the best part.
Oh my God.
Chris Hemsworth is a delight.
Kevin is great.
He plays a blonde. Through and through. Okay, we are 5 minutes till 9. Are we calling this at an hour or are we continuing forward?
Let's
I
ask
still
the
have
audience.
wine left.
Ed
I'm good.
Ed still has wine. Chris doesn't care. Hey, viewers, will you hang out a whole nother hour? Eric says, nope, Ghostbusters 2016 version makes 0 sense from a story/movie sense. It breaks its own rules it sets up. And you have 4 ladies all trying to be the comedic lead. You have no straight person from which the jokes will land. Horrible movie. Makes me so angry. Dev Nelsey's keep rolling. Eric ranted all over us. And I can argue the points, but I do see your points. And what I'll say is, you're not wrong.
No.
So Dev Null wants us to keep going. Sarah says, I can stay for another hour. Oh, she says, I guess I can stay for another hour.
Come on.
Tempe's
do
outta
it.
here.
Just do it.
Tempe, I've
Bye, Tempe.
been writing the past
Bye,
couple
Tempe.
days also, so hopefully I'll keep that discipline and keep going with that. And I am hot for my next series, so I want to finish the book I'm currently writing just to do it. So Merry Christmas to you, Tempe. Thank you for swinging by and saying hello. Appreciate your face. And Eric clarifies, I love those actresses. Love the director. Just can't handle that one movie. Like, why does it become an action shoot 'em up for the final third? You know, I can go with you on that, Eric. That's actually the part that bores me. Toei says, I really dislike those particular actresses, so Ghostbuster Regendered was a no-go for me. It's understandable. They are the female equivalent of fart and dick jokes.
Oh my God, what's her name? Kate something? Mastermind. I love her. Speaking of fart jokes, she's so dry and just. Damn it.
I do like her on Saturday Night Live, too.
Ugh.
Especially with the UFO Encounter group. Google that shit. Now, Eddie Murphy returned to Saturday Night Live. Did
Oh.
anybody watch this?
Damn it. No. I watched all the YouTube videos, though.
Oh, I
Well,
heard about something.
How was it, Ed?
It was alright. It was okay. It was typical Eddie Murphy from back in the day.
Before Red Leather or after Red Leather?
Before Red Leather.
So when he was funny, instead of just swearing and
It's
thinking
funny.
he's funny.
Yeah.
What did you see about it, or what did you hear about it?
Is it still here? I just saw something about Eddie Murphy and Bill Cosby.
Yeah, he made Bill Cosby jokes that apparently, yeah.
Alright, it says, Bill, we cannot blame white people. Cosby accuses Eddie Murphy of cooning in statement or something. I'm like, what? What the hell is that shit about?
So Eric said the UFO Encounter skit is a particular blend of genius. Genius. Dev Null says, I saw the clips on YouTube. Eddie is still Eddie. Just pretty much what Ed was saying right there.
Yep.
And Eric says he was a little off. I think he needed more rehearsal. Perhaps he could leave his ego behind and that give him some more room for acting. I'm just saying. Chris, you look like you had something to add to this or say about this, and you got cut off. No? Okay.
Nope.
I'm curious about
I
it.
saw that it was happening.
I'll
Okay.
read an article.
Go ahead
about
and
it.
read the good points. Andrew's got some stuff here.
All right. Because when he went on there during his opening monologue, Eddie Murphy referred to Bill Cosby's sexual assault conviction, for which he was sentenced at least 3 years in prison. He says, "But if you would have told me 30 years ago that I would be boring stay-at-home house dad and Bill Cosby would be in jail, even I wouldn't take that bet." Yeah, because, yeah. I think that's funny. I'm sorry. That's funny.
Devnall says, "Tell Bill Cosby I said to have a Coke and shut the fuck up."
Yep.
Is the Coke a specific reference to Bill Cosby, or
Michael Jackson?
no, it's Pepsi?
That's what Eddie said in one of his skits back in the day about Bill Cosby. Have a Coke in
Gotcha.
his file and shut the fuck up.
Gotcha, okay.
That's even funnier. I don't know.
I was actually talking about Eddie Murphy's stand-up. John, how are you?
Hey,
Good to see you,
John,
man.
what's going on?
Hey, John.
We'll be seeing him in 2 days. It's but I was talking about. I'm like, do you remember the Goonie Goo Goo skit from his stand-up?
Goonie Goo Goo. Your wife's a Bigfoot, ain't she?
That's right. Ed remembers it. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, the Honeymooners.
I remember that one.
Nothing.
When I bend over, start fucking.
That's right. And the person I was talking to at work, she's like, "No, I don't remember those." I'm like, "You need to go watch it." She's like, "Was this the red suit?" I'm like, "No, it was when he was funny."
Oh.
Yeah, maybe he could just have a spiked jello. He roofies himself and then touches himself when he thinks of you.
Mmm.
But
Mm. Do you think pudding pops purposely look like Bill Cosby's penis, or is that an accident?
That ain't no accident.
If it had a cream-filled center, that'd be different.
They make those.
Do they?
I'm sure.
They will now. Marketing. It's everything. We should have ended at 9. We've lost conversation.
You know, okay, I have a conversation thing. I think we talked about this before the show. We should have waited. Not just Virginia, but everywhere. 21 is the age to purchase tobacco.
There it is. Let's talk about that. Hold on. Eric says Honeymooners was during Red Suit. My bad then. I used to listen to it on cassette as opposed to actually, watch the video. So yeah, it has been signed into. Hey, look at Ed whipping his bits out to impress everybody.
Pelton cheered. X300.
it looked like a coon. I couldn't help myself.
Is it actually a corgi? What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
Is it Corky or is it a cat?
I think it's
I
a
think
corgi.
it's supposed to be a corgi.
Interesting.
You see, it looks like a coon.
That's what he said.
Damn.
That's what he said. So that goes back to the Bill Cosby, Eddie Murphy. I think they should have a cage match.
That would be interesting.
Oh my goodness, Ed, you gave Devnall a baby, and I want to point out it's a white baby.
Some of that throwback from the slavery days, man.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
fair enough. Right, where were we going here?
Nobody
Away
knows.
from smoking. So it is now nationwide law that you have to be 21 years old to purchase tobacco or vaping products. You gotta
Not to smoke them or have them, just to purchase them.
Right. Yep. See, there you go. Thank you, Toey, for your participation in this
Thank you,
evening's
Toey.
episode.
Wow.
It's so what do you guys think? Is it a good idea
No.
to raise the purchase price to 21 for these things?
Age. No. I don't think so.
Purchase price to 21. Bad idea.
Now, I think it's stupid because at 18, males especially are required that they have to register for the military thing, the draft.
The draft.
They still have to do that,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yep.
what it's called. Yeah.
Selective service is what it's called.
Well, and you know what I don't get about that?
What?
How come females don't?
Because they have vaginas.
But everybody wants this
Jesus.
equal shit.
This is actually a discussion that's out there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because, well, I know a
Yeah.
lot of females that they'd be more than willing to go fight for this country. I know a bunch of guys that don't want to. So, I don't know.
So,
But they have to do that and, be okay with getting drafted. But they can't have a cigarette. You're old enough to do that, but not have a cigarette
or a drink.
or a drink.
But an 8-year-old can have a
Or
gun.
drink.
Yeah, an 8-year-old can have a gun. Wow.
At 18, you can be $100,000 in debt with your education.
But you can't smoke.
Well, you can't purchase the smokes. Now, a couple comments here.
I don't get it. It's backwards.
John has suggested better just to kill everyone below 21.
Well, sure.
Maybe
Then I'd
not.
have to work extra at work.
You'd have less people coming and buying shit.
No, it's all the over 21s buying it. So.
And Toei says at least the government will get less tax revenue to squander as they are limiting sales.
No, because they want to raise the tax on it.
Also, people who are older will be buying extra to sell for an inflated price. And also the arrests and everything that will bloat our courts for this type of thing will also bring in revenue for the government. The government is just going to make money in other ways.
Well, here's the thing. Not in this state, but other states is where it may happen. You have to be 21 to purchase tobacco in this state, but in other states, they'll just go buy marijuana.
It's true. Devnall says, upon returning to the world from Germany, I was told that I would wait until I turned 21 to drink due to my New York State drinking age. So I guess that's were you living in Germany, Devnall, or were you in the military and stationed in Germany and then returned to the U.S. once your tour was up? Not that it matters either way, actually, but yeah. I feel like we need to designate an age of adulthood, and that's when you can have alone, drink, smoke, whore. And by the way, why is prostitution illegal? Why is sex illegal when
Because the
money's
government
involved?
is not getting taxes.
No,
for it.
they can, and they would.
But they're not.
They can. But they could.
But they're not because they're being bitches.
It's that image of being good Christians
Okay.
that clearly they so very follow.
Sex is one of the 3 most important things in any species. Food, shelter, reproduction. There's your first 3 things for life. And not society either, but
At
any
least
living
with
creature.
The prostitutions, they're not always reproducing.
That probably a fair
because
point.
Did I send you? Oh, I guess I didn't send you guys. There's an image that's been going around of a zebra that is watching 2 lions going at it, and it says, here, it's clearly shown that sex is more important than a meal, and watching porn is more important than running for your life.
That's great.
They're not wrong. Oh, Chris sent it to me.
Me too.
Let's see here.
Let's look at the porn.
We're going to look at the animal porn.
That's right. Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting.
It's exactly what he said.
You should show that.
I'm going to show it. Here, guys, I'll show it. Not that you need to read the words. He already read it for you, but,
Just look at the porn.
so, just a literal picture of a zebra, or for you gaming nerds, a zebra. Watching 2 lions do it. Ed, there it is for you. Ed, are you dozing off over there?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay, so there we go. Yeah, good times. Wonder if I can send that to my boss. Well, that way if I ever get busted at work, surfing porn on the... I'll be like, it's important. Eric, you gotta run. Ooh, get some dinners.
Hi.
But what are you eating tonight? We need to know that.
Hamburger.
You know
He's probably gonna have a cheeseburger. Damn it.
what? What? Where is that coming from?
He wants a hamburger.
Cause my roomie's not here to bring me a cheeseburger during the damn show, and I'm hungry.
Oh,
Pizza.
I know what else happened in the past 2 to 3 months since we've last hung out.
What?
Life-changing experience for me. Lunar, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome. I'm about to talk about my
Hello.
life-changing experience. It happened Thanksgiving night.
It did.
There I was in Walmart on their Black Friday sale, and I saw the thing that would change my life forever. I saw an air fryer on sale. I brought that motherfucking thing home.
Every day, 2 or 3 meals
Yeah,
a day.
me and that air
Damn
fryer have been going at it,
Non-stop talked about it since.
making sweet, sweet meals every day.
Like, just stop. Leave it alone. It needs to rest.
Lunar has come around like once in 4 months, and apparently Lunar has already heard this story. That's how much I talk about my fucking air fryer.
He does, and he's like, "Do you need a deep fryer? We're gonna get rid of the deep fryer."
Yeah, anybody
So
want a
that's
deep fryer? Because we'll never use it again. Never. Because frankly, fried chicken is better in a skillet than the deep fryer
good.
on the
It is.
counter.
It's cast iron.
And the air fryer does everything else except for heavily breaded things. Hey, you know those pre-made hash brown patties that you buy in the freezer section, Ed?
Mm-hmm.
You ever been able to make that at home and then turn out decent?
Never tried.
Air fryer makes them incredible. I can make a grilled cheese in it. Fresh home cut fries or bag fries.
He's like, "You can make toast in it. Put your toast in there." No,
You can.
no.
I can show you.
Oh boy.
I love my air fryer. I love
He
it very much.
does. He would sleep with it if
No.
it wasn't plugged in.
No, I would sleep on the kitchen counter with it. But I'm too fat from using
That's
the air fryer.
not any better.
Next book, Toey.
Oh my God, you should do that, like the Johnny Kittens style. Oh my God.
101 of the things that you shouldn't put in an air fryer. Sweet, cum socks.
Oh,
Leg warmers.
Worn or unworn? Wow. See, Lunar says, I can't wait for the audiobook of that and hear the passion in your voice.
straight audio.
So then I turned to my air fryer, breathing heavily, holding my raw chicken in my hand,
Ugh.
rubbing the seasoning gently into the fleshy goodness.
See, y'all don't have to see this. I can't avoid it.
She holds the camera.
Well, if it'll make us money on Twitch, I might.
That's true. Toey says, oh God, it's ASMR now.
Wait till he turns on the fryer.
Yeah, then it's like a small hair dryer in the background.
It kind of is.
Lunar, the air fryer by proxy is changing all of our lives whether we realize it or not. Come to the air fryer. Just don't come in the air fryer. Too salty.
Why are you looking at me?
Is this where we talk about squirting?
What the hell?
Look, I'm going to pet squirrel for a minute. You guys carry on without me. I'll be right back.
So, what are you guys doing for New Year's?
Good segue.
Sleeping.
I think my friend is throwing a 1920s themed party.
Cool.
You gonna wear your little flapper skirt?
Totally, with all the little dangly lace.
You should go as Baby New Year flapper style.
suspenders on
It
the
would be
diaper.
more exciting, except she throws a 20s or 30s themed like party every year for her birthday. So it's just the same party that we normally have in March are now having New Year's this year.
Gotcha. Lunar Fox has said, "Don't worry, I'm just as immature." I don't know what you're talking about. And Toei says, "Party at a friend's, drinking all their booze."
Nice.
Yeah, this is why I always tell people. See, Lunar says, "Oh wait a minute, Toei, is that what you're doing, or are you commenting on Chris's plan?" Lunar says, "An exciting 9 a.m. with myself," which is apparently what Ed and Teresa are doing also. Andrea and I, we tend to not go out on New Year's Eve.
Hell no.
Unless if it's to pick up something to cook that night, and then we do that in the afternoon, get the fuck back inside.
Yep.
I have
Same
to
here.
work New Year's Day, so we'll probably watch something and that's it.
So Toei says it's what they're doing. So Toei, my next question is, does the friend know that you're going to their house to have a party? Did you?
Did she say party or just go on to their house to drink all their booze?
No, party at a friend.
Oh.
It actually says party at a friend. It doesn't say friend's house or friends. Yeah, so she might just be in the air fryer. Hell yeah. Apparently you can make popcorn in an air fryer, which I'm not so sure about because it has a coiled burner up top, and I'd worry about it pop it up and catch it on that, and suddenly the house is all burnt popcorn.
Oh no!
I know,
You
this is-
have a really nice
be terrible.
popcorn maker.
I do. Thanks to Bob. Where's Bob? Ed, you heard from Bob. We talked about this last time.
He's still alive.
I spoke to him before the show. He's actually in Michigan.
Oh, so he snowed in.
Did he get deported?
No, well, yep, it's Bob. Who knows? His family's from up there, so he's visiting family.
Yeah, there's like nothing but snow up there right now.
Yeah.
Toei says they know. Okay, the first.
Well, they know now.
Yeah. Are they watching? Did we ruin the secret?
Are we the friends?
She ain't gonna have a lot to drink. She's gonna have like 2 bottles of tequila and 2
Last
bottles of
year-
spiced rum.
We put
BYOB.
together. Last year we put together a Mario gingerbread house.
With Chris and Elizabeth.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Kevin on the big TV on Skype.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true. Kevin was gonna join us tonight, but I think he wanked out.
he got stuck in an elevator. Isn't that what they call a lift?
I think he might have meant a lift, like a ride.
I don't know. They talk so funny. I have no idea. Who is Kevin?
One day maybe they'll learn to speak English.
Yeah.
And Lunar, no, you cannot fry the air on the air fryer.
What
It's-
good is it then?
Fry all the other things. I have not tried beef in it, though. I don't think I want a baked steak. But I did do a baked potato. The skin came out so crispy and nice.
Just like on.
Now I
people.
want steak and potatoes. I haven't eaten since around noon.
Why didn't you get food?
I forgot.
Oh.
I didn't have much to eat today, so when I got home, I started up the air fryer.
Like he does.
Made a grilled cheese, but while the grilled
Like-
cheese was cooking, I made a salad with hard-boiled egg, shredded cheese, and homemade oil and vinaigrette. Then I also made a regular sandwich because there was 2 end pieces left, and Andrea won't eat them, so I made a sandwich out of them. Then my grilled cheese was done, and then I had to cook the chicken for the dinner. So I put the chicken in there so she can make Alfredo later. I ate a lot today, is my point.
Well, the chicken's gonna. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Oh my god. Oh, it's so fluffy. What? You can't lift it.
That's why I prefer white meat.
It's so fluffy.
That's so cute.
What?
What?
Where'd the white meat? Did you send it to Ed too?
I did not.
Okay. Here's what Chris just sent Andrea to amuse her. Let's see.
Look.
It
But
says now
zoom-
playing Star Wars Cats.
Zoom in on the other
Here, I'll
thing.
put it in Discord.
Because she's licking his finger.
Oh, is she? And now Ed for you.
Yeah, because if you do that to the cat,
Here, let me do the
they
bottom.
lick your finger like this.
There you go, Ed.
And that's what he does. Silly kitten.
Toey says we have to turn on captions whenever we watch a British movie. Our ears don't work well with that accent. Lunar says I'm just making Chris more hungry. I'm here to
Yeah,
help.
you are.
I'm here to help. Now, Chris, you could put that in the general thing for Talk of the Tavern if you want, and then I can share Discord with everybody
Oh,
here
yeah, I
so
can
they
do
can
that
go look
too.
at it. Give him a second, guys. He's posting it, but there's the link to our Discord where you can pop in and join in. This is what Andrea said to zoom in on. Which, if you guys look,
Then we'll also put the zebra.
yeah, pretty princess is licking his finger. Either else, it's foreplay.
Whatever, it's still cute. Oops.
Yeah,
That's
when you're young and you watch porn and the guy is like putting fingers in her mouth and everything, and you're like, oh hey. But once you're like in that situation, you're like,
Ew.
I really don't think this is going to do much for either one of us. Especially when you hit the back of the throat and they're like, or
That's weird, don't do that.
and maybe I'm the only one, but I have never found a blowjob so intense that there's snot coming out of her nose sexy ever. It's not my thing.
That's not snot.
Well, it came out of her
It's
nose.
You
not
I-
and
snot.
the guac.
What, Ed?
It's not snot.
It's what? It's if it coming out of the nose. It is now.
It's a coming out of the nose. Ew.
So I popped my nut and I felt something warm on my belly. It's just a big. Lunar Fox says, I have said so many things, I have no idea which thing he has
She
had
likes
or
the finger
done.
licking.
Could be. I'm just going to go with all of it. So we covered the holidays. What about... I guess we'll be doing this next Monday. We'll talk more about New Year's and resolutions.
When is New Year's?
Wednesday next week.
Oh, yeah.
But Ed, do you know what's coming up? Oh, Snot BJ.
No.
Well, you're a talented man, Lunar. It's good for you. Wait, give, receive.
Whatever.
Do you remember your first blowjob? I can't forget the taste. Anyhow,
Oh my god.
actually, the joke usually goes, "Do you remember your first blowjob?" When the dude is like, "Yeah," you're like, "What it tastes like?" That's when he punched me.
Ew.
So Ed, you know what's coming up in February?
Groundhog's Day.
Okay. Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
You're both right.
The other holidays that happen.
So Ed, do you know?
No?
Leap year,
Black History Month.
Black History Month. You're welcome.
And so?
So leap year. Do you remember what we did 4 years ago when we broadcast on Leap Day?
Oh, hell no, I don't remember what we do.
We made plans for the next 4 years and set goals.
Was I on there?
Yep.
Oh, shit.
So in February, we're supposed to revisit that 4-year goal and see how we did.
I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
Do we have to watch the show? Because I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to remember, is what you mean?
Whatever.
By the way, Lunar says, when I asked, were you giving or receiving, he says, is there a difference? I'm giving something either way. True story.
Ew.
True story, man. He's a
So,
giver.
Were we still on radio then?
No. Yes.
Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
we were. Yeah, it's before we went to video. Because we went to video in
Was it here? It wasn't here.
27. It was at Jen's. Broadcasting out of Williamsburg,
Was it
Retro
video
Daddy.
there? It wasn't video
Oh.
here, was it?
Yeah.
No, I want to say that was 2017 when we went to video.
Well, I don't remember what it is, so yeah, sure, I met all my goals.
Hi. So anybody play World of Warcraft? If you do, drop
Yes.
me a message on Discord and we'll hook up and hang out. We need a couple other people to run the Mind Hive.
Hive mind.
Hive mind.
Hive mind.
Right. Mind hives are what I get when I think about what I think about.
I hate those two.
And I'm happy to share them with everybody else.
I finally have a 120 character. It only took me 20 years.
She started 5 years before.
It came out. Yeah.
That's right.
Shut up.
Yeah, we got her helped her level to the maximum level, and she'll soon have her second character there. And at that point in time, the thing that's making it easier for her to level should be over with. So we might maybe actually get to start playing some of these characters at their max level and let her experience some of that content.
Well, yeah, the next patch comes out on the 14th of January.
Does it?
And a good portion of that running the
Later, John.
John,
insanity
you have a good night,
takeovers,
man.
whatever.
We'll see you on Christmas Day. Sorry to interrupt, Chris. Here's you, John.
Sorry.
Drive
Yeah.
safe. Okay, carry on, Chris.
Is group content, or you can do it as group content. So that is not necessarily rating.
Oh, nice. Lunar, he just forgot his punctuation. It's off to close up, comma, Merry Christmas all.
He's not closing up with Christmas.
But if you read it all without any punctuation as he wrote it, it's off to close up, Merry Christmas all.
Yay!
I need to oil this chair or something.
I thought you already did. You oiled every damn thing else in the house.
Yeah, I forgot to do this.
The
I-
one thing.
Ed, you know that every 3 years how you walk around with the can of WD-40 and hit like all the hinges on the fucking doors that annoy the hell out of you for 2.5 years before... No.
That's Teresa's job.
Oh, good point.
You know how every 3 years when Teresa walks around the house with the can of...
Like 20 minutes later, she takes care of this thing that's been bugging her for like 2 years now.
Except for the one thing.
Yeah, I did that like a week ago. Going and opening and closing all the doors. Throw out your WD-40 air fryers in the building. What do you think I'm lubing my chicken with?
Greasy.
That's another beautiful thing. Something else I noticed about the air fryer. Glad you brought it up. Because I feel like I could talk about this a little more. Is
God.
the spices and the seasonings are so much more...
So much more. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Because you're not essentially washing off your seasonings with the oil.
So if you get one, do only put like a less than half of what you normally would.
It use about half to 2/3 of your normal seasoning,
Holy
and it will still come out stronger than what it used to.
Found that out the hard way.
Yeah, and you can cut your time by 2/3, almost down to half, and you have to turn your temperature down a little. So, like an inch thick chicken breast, 15 to
Inch thick.
18 minutes. Done.
This big.
Cooked all the way through, and the seasoning is a little intensified because it's amazing. She actually
See, I feel
complained.
like I still cover that shit with the same amount of Old Bay.
Mm-mm, no,
Oh, you
trust
don't
me, you
wanna
won't.
do
You won't want to. You will. You'll do it.
And
But then you'll
rinse
eat
that
it and
shit
you'll be
off.
like, yeah, no. Andrea complained that there was too much garlic on something.
I never
Gi-
complain about too much
yeah.
garlic.
Give that a moment to sink in. She complained that it was too garlicky.
I never do that. Right?
I call shenanigans.
Yeah, words you've never thought anybody could ever say unless they're just some kind of crazy freak. But yeah,
Well, it doesn't. Because we have garlic chicken all the time, but in the pan, the garlic burns. And it goes away. In this, it doesn't burn.
Lunar says you make them laugh.
Me? Yay!
She is adorable, isn't she?
Or something.
But yeah, it's a more intense flavor because your oil's not rinsing off your seasoning. At most, you're just... And it says you can use Pam. Something else said don't use Pam spray, which I'm going for more the straight oil as opposed to Pam because Pam has a chemical accelerant in it
And
also.
it has a chemically taste anyway. And it would intensify that, I would think.
I'm just saying it's worth the purchase.
Yep.
And I'm
He
sorry I
uses it a
didn't.
lot.
I'm sorry I didn't get the other one.
Oh, God.
And by
The
the way,
other one?
there was another one. It looked like a toaster oven,
Oh, right. Yeah.
but it's it's still the same thing. It's just a little more intense, and you could do more things. Like I could fit a pizza in that one, so we could have a 6-7 minute pizza. I tell you, what an air fryer is what they meant to invent when they invented the microwave. Lunar, who is, by the way, is Canadian, asked, "Why did you guys put your president inside of a peach?"
What?
The impeachment, Trump.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of something clever.
Well, it hasn't happened.
Because peach is slang for vagina, and he grabbed him by the peach. No, that's not funny. Gary's back in middle school. Impeach! Yeah, let's just move on for that topic. Like most smart pubs, taverns, and bars, we'll avoid the politics most of the time. Not always. But thank you,
Nah,
Lunar.
it wasn't. Trust me, it wasn't.
Politics? What? I don't see.
He says that was funny, Travis. Which, just the lameness makes it
No, it
entertain.
doesn't.
It may have been entertaining, but
No.
that's different from funny.
It wasn't.
Maybe it was. Beating a pussy. Nothing like a ripe, juicy Georgia peach. I agree, Gary. I do love me a good peach. But not when they're mushy.
Mm-mm.
That is Ed. Ed is on the right. Give a little wave, Ed. Yeah.
See, we weren't going to talk about politics.
Well, ironically, Chris is on the left. And it feels like he's a little above everybody. A little higher up than everyone else. Which that's the beauty part, because here at the tavern, we can, and we have discussed politics, and we do have different political views. But we can discuss it, and then stop, and move on. And I think that kind of discourse allows each of us to listen to the others that don't necessarily see it the same way as us, and consider it. Because nobody's forcing it down our throat where we have to dig in our heels.
Like the penis in porn. Or the finger. Not forcing it down the throat. You want me to show you?
It's hard discussing politics with Andrea when she does that. So I think about the voting. I'm Gary Andrea. I just bit my finger.
Yeah, you did.
That's what'll happen to you next time you do that when I'm talking.
I'm gonna bite your finger.
Or not talking, probably, really. You're gonna bite my finger when I'm talking? That's fucked up. So, let's play make-believe. Look at that cheesy pal. Say naughty things.
I thought we were.
Hoo-hoo. Winkle. Tallywhacker.
Don't say winkle.
You're welcome. You bite my talking while I'm fingering. Wow, that's like a dog biting
Said that?
the garden hose when you're spraying it.
That's hilarious.
So let me ask you guys this. Let's say Travis, me, just won the lottery and you didn't know. And I wanted to get you a present. Really, almost limitless funds available for me. What is that one present you'd like? And I'm just going to take notes for no particular reason here. Totally did not win the lottery. Just to be clear.
Chris?
I don't know.
And don't go for something like pay off my house or pay off my car. Because that would kind of
Oh,
just...
come on!
Well, no. Because that would be a given. That would be a given that I would automatically do for the people that are closest. And cheesy, that's reasonable. Sarah says right now, I'm about to prepare for tomorrow and hope for the best. Everything go well. Now, Sarah, do you want to give us more information about that, or do you want a vague book like that?
Okay, I gotta look this shit up.
Devnall says Android sex doll. And
Well, they're what, $2,000? Or
uh,
are those the $5,000 ones?
probably the $5,000
Because
one.
you want the one that actually moves?
And-
Or do you want just the one that's...
Or is Android just mean it's got an app on your phone?
Siri talks to you. Fuck yeah.
Firearms and Bitcoin, says Toey. I like that. And Cheesy says, making more money from money. Why not? 6K. Okay. Firearms and Bitcoins. Lunar says, a nice set of audio engineering hardware. I don't even know what the fuck that means. And Cheesy, that's a great idea, by the way, man. Basically, he's like
Like a
build a business.
CL5, CL7.
Yeah, Lunar, you got to be more
Or do you
specific.
want a bigger console?
So, what about you, Ed?
A bigger RV.
Something bigger than your little pull behind pod? Would you want one of like the 3-bedroom RVs?
It
Oh
wasn't
no,
that
no,
big
no,
of.
no, no. Just slightly bigger than what I have now. Let's not get crazy.
Every inch counts.
But too much is too much.
Wow, interesting.
What?
Well, I had to look up Android sex styles.
Okay, I'll have to look that up soon.
You haven't. Oh. I mean, I've never seen that.
Okay, so Lunar says, like studio hardware, not a console, but just a nice audio interface and some Moogs and some Nords.
Some boobs and nads. Got it.
Moogs and Nords, not boobs and nads. Moogs are man boobs.
Oh no, don't start that.
Cheesy says 4X maybe. Devnall says Fleetwood Bounder 36 foot. That's a pull behind, isn't it, Dev? It's not
Yeah.
Okay, so you
I
got
don't want one that big.
So, Ed, besides paying off your bills in RV, that pretty much it for you?
Yeah, that's it. I'm simple.
I know, but that's why I'm asking you 3 times what you want.
No, because see, if you pay off my house, I can sell the bitch and get the little log cabin in the mountains that I want.
Fair point. And Cheesy adds in, and probably a flamethrower. It's good to get that little fun thing added in the end.
Fuck yeah.
What about you, Chris?
I mean, beyond the massive amount of student debt
Yeah.
I have.
Besides clearing up debt that, people have.
I mean, I'd like an electric car, but I don't live anywhere that I would have regular plug-in access.
So maybe a house with an electric car that has plug-in access. Oh my god, could you live in a house without 5 roommates?
That'd be nice.
He doesn't know, but he'll try.
I'd get lonely.
He'll just be making the money from their rent this time.
Right, other way around. I've always wanted one of those super fancy, like $600-700 lightsabers.
That's a good fun thing. That's like a flamethrower, but nerdier.
It's like a flamethrower, but fun.
What about you, Andrea?
I want a Segway.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about something else then.
You're an asshole.
No, you want to tell me nice segue?
No.
It's not pronounced Segue. That's actually spelled Segway. We got 9 viewers. I don't think 9 people threw things out for us.
Well, you're just gonna go with my one, fine.
But no, we got
Toy
more for me.
picked the best one. She said firearms, so.
And Bitcoin. Which, by the way, Cheesy, what I've done for other friends when I came into money and they wanted to start a business, I went, great, I'll absolutely help you start a business, but you've got to write me a business plan. And not a single person came forward with a business plan.
I have a business plan. This is just not the area for it.
Hookers! Sarah says, tomorrow I'm going to bake brownies, buy a present for my mother, track Santa until I pass out, still believing that my wish will come true. Good job. There is an app for Android now. I don't know if it's the NORAD Santa tracker, but there is an app on Android now for tracking Santa.
There's been one for a bit.
Which maybe tomorrow, when I get home from work, I might get on here and start streaming for my writing,
Tracking Santa.
and then track Santa. Maybe play some World of Warcraft while tracking Santa. Sound good, guys?
Maybe.
I've got till about 6 tomorrow.
I can't play with you if you're doing that.
Tracking Santa?
Streaming.
I don't know if it'll support it. We'll see.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't play Warcraft if we're streaming because it does not work.
We'll give it a shot.
You
It
can
is-
play with him,
Better
like distract him a
internet for
little
you
bit, but you can
guys.
play with him.
Cheesy says, just build a private space rocket company and launch your cars to the other galaxy. I'll tell you what, I would love to have a lunch with Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. That would be a cool lunch.
Maybe. I don't know about the lunch, but the conversation would be phenomenal.
Then we could have a side bet which one of them will pick up the waitress.
And just
I'm-
pray one of them picks up the check.
Lunar says, I'd like to have a lunch. That could be your extra thing after the electronic equipment. We give him electronic equipment and lunch from a really good deli with nice, good deli meat and fresh baked bread.
Nope, I'd like to go to that place in Jersey again, please.
That was good stuff. That's a deli. That's what a deli's fucking supposed to
I
be
know.
like.
But you said a really fancy hike, whatever.
There's
Yeah.
Jewel.
Lady Skipper's here. Hey.
Hey, Jewel.
Hello.
Here's to your beautiful face. Thank you for popping in.
Woo.
Here's to you. Is that a Sunday glass, Ed? That looks like a Sunday glass.
It's a Williamsburg class.
Oh.
Yeah.
Made out of real Williams?
I don't know. It might have been some Joes stuck in there too.
I stuck a Joe. You know, when I was born, my name was Joe. He was changed to protect the innocent.
Mm-hmm.
So what else, Andrea? Besides your segue?
I want a cat yard.
How, like it?
I want an exit through one of the doors so the cats can run outside in the yard to put me in the cage so the hawks and stuff doesn't eat them and we can play with them outside.
Did you see the cat doorways I sent you the other day?
Yes. That's more for inside.
Yeah, like in the office door right there.
Yeah, I can't have that because I want them out when I'm doing my
Or
stuff.
in the bathroom so they can come in and out of the bathroom while we're in there and still have
Yep.
privacy.
I lock them out for a reason because some of them will jump in the damn shower.
They
That
will.
is weird.
And then turn it on and then start singing. Cheesy, we love Indian food. I cook Indian food at home when I worked
Wait a
in
minute,
DMV.
dot or feather?
There are no Indian
Dots.
feather restaurants. They're called, actually both can be called 7-Eleven. Anyhow,
Oh.
yeah.
Our cafe right now has a really nice buttered chicken curry
Nice.
dish
Oh, that
at
sounds
the
so
theater.
yummy.
When I worked at DMV, Ed will remember Madhu and a couple of the others.
Oh man, yes.
And they would bring in Indian food, and I actually learned how to cook some Indian recipes from those women. What was the little short, very sweetheart woman, Indian woman? Short name, Asia or Ada or
Asia. Something Asia. I thought it was Asia actually because I
it's
thought it was weird
not.
that an Indian woman was named Asia.
Run DMV as a great rap group, says Luder. You're right.
But yeah, Madhu bought me some meals a few times that actually, made your tongue slap your brains out. They were very, very good.
Yeah. And then I dated a girl who was into making it fresh from scratch, and I walked away with a few recipes. I can make some decent Indian food, and the stuff that takes too long to make, like some of the sauces, I know where to get decent jarred stuff.
You just add to it. Well, shit, is that how you learned how to cook? You need to go date a Filipino woman. Also, Filipino
Oh no,
food.
this was a white girl who was just fascinated by the Indian culture.
Whatever.
Well, then you better
I want
get
some Filipino food. Oh,
say it right.
Filipino?
So Cheesy, we know what you mean about Indian food. Love me some Indian food and make some stuff at home. This is why we only have basmati rice in the house. Originally it was white rice, went up to jasmine rice. Once we found basmati rice, there was no coming
Oh my
back.
god, when we went to the UK, they have delivery.
Yeah.
Indian food delivery, we don't have that here.
I would love to go to an Indian buffet.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
haven't gone to one?
Haven't done
Dots
a lot
and
of Arabic
feathers.
foods, Cheesy. I've been to like one Arabic restaurant in Fredericksburg. where you can actually get like the Turkish coffee afterwards, and they have hookahs and shit like that too. I think it was Arabic.
I don't even know what Arabic food is. I probably had it, but I don't know what it is.
It could be like couscous.
Oh, I don't like that.
My characters in my book are actually going to Greece. I think they're going to go to a fancy dinner party in Greece with the Greek mob.
Greek food's good.
Yeah, it's weird though. It's, like grains wrapped in a cabbage leaf. I don't know. Grape leaf. Not a cabbage leaf. Grape leaf.
Cabbage leaf is Thai.
And Irish.
No, they wrap stuff in cabbage leaf. So.
Like leprechauns.
They don't wrap leprechauns in there.
Leprechauns.
But they're magically delicious.
Leprechauns in the music industry are called rappercons, but they're not very good at it.
What's the electrician leprechaun called?
An electrician leprechaun?
What?
I don't know if you guys could hear her, but she says, what's an electrician leprechaun called? Shaka Khan.
That was a bad joke.
Okay, Lunar, who was watching me write the other day, says, what if Silver was gifted an air fryer by Hank? Silver doesn't cook. Silver eats out. I'm sure he makes a couple good dishes, though. I have not approached a cooking thing for these characters. I don't know where their cooking skills lay yet. I will have to ask him. Maybe that'll be a conversation they have.
So Hank doesn't cook?
I
That's
feel
me.
I feel like Hank would cook. Hank had a roommate though, and 2 cats, by the way. I forget their names now,
Moose and squirrel?
but she has a roommate named Darcy. And Darcy's watching the cats while she gallivants. I did the travel by map thing in the end of the last chapter. They get on his private jet, and
Yeah, they do.
they put a map up on the wall from the app on the phone, and it shows a red dot where the airport is, and you see the red line starting to extend towards her destination, and then that's when I end the chapter. I like travel by map. Fuck yeah, bitches. Just like the Muppets and Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's funny.
Though in the latest movie, I guess they traveled by montage.
The latest Muppet movie?
Yeah, Muppets Most Wanted. Oh no, I guess it was the Muppets. Chris, did you ever see the Muppet series that came out in 2015?
Was
I
it
think I
that
saw
long
the
ago?
first one.
It is not on Disney Plus yet.
Was it that long ago?
No.
I didn't like it. Is that the one that was like The Office?
Yeah.
Wow, is that long ago?
Cheesy.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing the first episode and then that was it.
Yeah, it was.
Cheesy says, "What is it like to have a girlfriend? I never have one."
They're bitches.
Wah.
Chris?
Oh, baby shark and headlight.
Like my penis, it has its ups and downs. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, and Lunar says it's too hard to explain in text. What is a qual? Qual or qual? Is it cheesy qual? Cheesy qual? Cheesy qual. Chisqual.
Yep. Say it again.
Chisqual.
Stop saying
Mufasa.
Mufasa.
Ooh. Gives me
Oh.
chills. Say it again.
it. I want to see the new, the Lion King. The live action looking one, the weird.
Let me act it out for you. Ah, Zawemba, Zawemba.
Oh, poor Otter. It's okay, Otter.
Hakuna
Aw.
Matata. It's a wonderful. When I was a young warthog.
No. See, now Mr. Mighty Otter Esquire is leaving the building.
Posted Andrea's pic in Discord. What?
Who did?
Lunar.
Posted my pic. What?
Probably the pic that you. I don't know. Let's go find out. Oh. That's a close-up of the one that Chris posted.
I love that.
If you look at the one Chris posted with the Darth Vader and Princess Leia, yeah.
Just zoom in. That's what I zoomed in on because that's so damn funny. Oh my god.
See, Cheesy, go to my Discord, which here, I'll do this for you.
Go to the general
Save
tab.
that last picture that Lunar just posted up there, print it out, put it in your wall, and when people ask about your girlfriend, show them that picture. Go, she does things to me that you wouldn't believe. Let me show you a picture.
Are you okay, sweetie?
Oh, maybe.
Well, like my penis. She has her ups and downs.
No. Oh my goodness.
Here's my talk of the tavern glass.
Talk of the what?
Wait a minute. People in Africa don't live in trees and jungle without clothes? Well, shit, I don't want to go there then.
Oh, where the hell did you see that?
Cheesy says some people legit think people in Africa live on trees and jungles without clothes.
Well,
Does-
some people do. Not all of them.
Sarah says, also I sent Santa Claus an email so I can guarantee that there will be a quick visit. You trying to hook up or get a present?
Mm,
Tomato, tomato.
boom, shaka, boom, boom, boom.
Hey, just remember, wrap that present for your own safety.
I saw a thing on Instagram about
Watch out for a sack.
Santa has to visit 233 houses per second to get through all the houses. Here it is, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, 822 homes a second to deliver all the world's presents on Christmas Eve. Traveling at 650 miles a second. Well, no, because not everybody believes in Santa.
Right.
So that number goes down.
And not everybody deserves a present.
When I was at the grocery store today, there was this guy, looked like what you would consider Santa, doing grocery shopping. And after he went around the aisle, I heard this woman telling her kids, "Did you see that? I think that's Santa. He's watching you." I'm like, oh my god, that's creepy.
Yeah. And if I put Google eyes on my penis and say that shit, I get in trouble.
Don't tell your kids some old guy's watching them. That's creepy, people.
Toto Africa.
Doom, 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 doom.
Have we all seen like the choir doing it where it's all a cappella and they do the rains by stomping and
Yes.
that's
No.
freaking incredible. You've seen it, Ed?
I've not seen it. No.
Oh, go Google it. It's an incredible
Let me see if I can
performance.
find
Yeah,
it.
Andrew's gonna look for it. Sarah says, get a gift for my best friend. That's sweet of you, Sarah. Lunar says, I'm eating madeleines that my aunt baked for
Ooh.
me. I think that's a little French girl from the storybook. I'm eating madeleines
Yeah.
that my aunt baked for
This-
me because his aunt is
Just
apparently
got
the witch
good.
from Hansel and Gretel. What, Ed?
Just got good.
Food baked for you by people you love always tastes the best.
Well, not always.
Is that a sloth in a hoodie?
Yes.
No! Yep.
It's a French biscuit. Like I said, a little girl from the story. She was from
Mhm.
France. Like the
Is that like a
Coneheads.
brownie?
We are from France. Wonder if Eddie Murphy will be the new Conehead. They shave his head. He doesn't even really need the prosthetic.
Oop.
Little bit of a pointy Conehead there he has.
I don't know if this is the right
Cheesy says, I'm from Southeast Asia, from a country that you guys probably don't know. Sure, you can assume that if you like.
Sure. What's her name?
one.
Spelled country the other way, dude.
Oh.
Did he do Gary? No, this week, did he do Conehead stuff on SNL or
Yeah.
previously? Gary says Eddie Murphy did Conehead stuff on SNL. And Lunar agrees. You're right. I have no idea. Probably best if you just don't confuse this by naming other countries. There's Merca and there's everywhere else.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Gotcha, man. Yeah, previously. Okay. Gotcha.
I'm making sure it's the right one.
And it's got the big, like, 60-person choir
Yeah,
up there.
I think it was on the America's
This
Got Talent.
America's Got Talent one.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the right one. Okay.
We
I'm
get
gonna-
it, Gary. We know what happened there. We are wrapping this up in the next 5 minutes, guys. First and foremost, I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Thank you.
Thanks for hanging.
Also want to let you guys know I will be streaming most days of the week when I'm able to. Probably not so much on Christmas, but part of it will be my writing, which I try to ignore you and get work done. Some of it might be World of Warcraft later in the evening with Andrea and Chris. We'll see. But thank you for hanging out and coming. Every Monday night we're going to be doing this again. We're starting it up again now that the busy season is disappearing. Cheesy, we love Dave Chappelle. I think I could say that unanimously across the board here. Right? Chris, Dave Chappelle, good for you? I know
Yeah.
I like him.
Ed likes him and Andrea likes
Oh
him.
yeah, he's my fellow clan brother. Absolutely.
He is. He is. It's Gary likes him too. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow, probably around 2 o'clock to do some writing and then seeing how much I can hang out. Friday or Saturday, I do tend to do Tavern Jukebox Live, where you get to request the music and the videos and play them right here on the channel while we hang out. Wayne Brady is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know Clayton Bigsby. Anybody else
I know
familiar
the
with
name.
Clayton
I know the
Bigsby?
name, but I can't think of who it is.
Devon, you might get to introduce us to somebody new there.
Clayton Bigsby.
I do like Wayne Brady, though. He is a funny motherfucker. And talented. Voice talented. We got any funny white comedians? That would be it, Gary. The
No.
Blind Black Klansman.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Clayton Bigsby was a character name. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. That's why it sounded familiar.
Gotcha. Dave Chappelle. I tell you what, I love Key and Peele stuff.
Yes. Keanu.
Well, also just their sketch
Just
comedy
Keanu.
too.
Whatever. That cat.
Even their stupid shit that's not that funny is still pretty funny.
I
Like the
their
one
show.
where they're trying to call their wife a bitch to each other, and they keep on moving further and further out. No, don't remember that one. They end up like in the space shuttle, and their wife still like
Oh,
floats
yeah,
past
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking thing.
Oh yeah, that's.
Tell them when dinner is.
Stupid.
It was totally stupid. Okay, other than that, guys, like I said, we'll be here next week. We'll probably do a New Year's thing-ish, sort of thing-ish thing. And if you guys want, you can find us on Discord, Instagram, etc., and even come in and play some World of Warcraft with us if you want.
We need a quote.
We need a closing.
And
Want a quote?
and
Here,
an
let's do
ending.
this real here. Let's do.
Music.
Here's a dad joke for you guys. Two hydrogen atoms walk into a bar. One says, "I've lost my electron." The other one says, "Are you sure?" And the first one says, "Yes, I'm positive."
Ah.
Let's get a quote to get out on. There we go. The price of success. Shut up. The price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. Vince Lombardi. There we go. Hard work, motherfuckers. Get some outro music. We cheer dance our way out the door.
Thanks for joining us in the discussion shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the Tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day and steamy dreams every night.